What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? You know what time it is. I got another episode of the ThugBirdz Podcast, episode 55 up in the mix. Let's get it! Before we get started, we got the pleasure of speaking with Pro League GG. But you know what time it is. If you got yourself an iPhone and or an Android, do yourself a favor. Go to the App Store and or the Play Store. Download the FTX app and stay up to date with the latest cryptocurrencies and NFTs. Without further ado, I am your host, Gaddis TV. What's going on? And let's get to it. All right. And we are live and direct. So first off, I want to say thank both of y'all for coming on, taking some time out of your evening, and just kind of letting us know about the project and yourselves. So thank y'all both.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you.
The kind of way we usually first started off, a lot of people in the Solana space will know y'all, but for people who don't, honestly, just a quick background on y'all. What were you doing before crypto? What got you interested in crypto in general? And I guess what got you to Solana? And whoever wants to go
I'll let you
first.
start, Izzy.
Yeah, sure. So I worked in government relations in Washington, D.C. for a little bit. I've been in crypto for 7+ years. What got me into crypto, I would just say the freedom and, exploring new things. I found it very interesting when I first read the Bitcoin white paper. So I found it pretty cool, and the concept of digital money, and just slowly followed it after that and watched the industry transform. Yeah, and go ahead.
For me, 2016-ish, pure speculation, right? Like, I think a lot of us started just, oh man, here's a way I can make some money. I don't understand stocks, but this kind of makes sense to me. I'll kind of get into this thing. And then, the 2017 giant bull run happened, and I was still kind of playing around it in that realm. And then I started diving into the technology, and that's when things really started to change. That's when I really, really started to take a look at what you could do with blockchain technologies and just kind of understand the beauty of the immutable ledger and what can actually be accomplished with a lot of this tech that's out there. And then it's just kind of been nonstop, especially this last year and change. Before that, and even during a lot of that, come from a military background. I disarmed bombs for 18 years. And
Appreciate the service.
Oh, thank you. But that's really cool. It's a neat thing to do, but this is one of those really cool world changing and different industry changing technologies that's existing out there. And so I've been real bullish on blockchain technology and crypto as a whole, and my friends call me a crypto evangelist, and I'm sure we both all have friends that don't want to hear about crypto anymore.
Yep.
So, but here we are.
How did y'all, I guess, both find Solana in general on that one? Was it just, I guess, reading the white paper, stuff like that, seeing transactions, or was it, people telling you about it? How was your introduction to Solana?
Crypto Twitter, and I was just came across the white paper, scrolling through CoinMarketCap one day, trying to find, gems. And that was the way I found Solana. Then, the Solana Beach where you try to break it. That was pretty cool. I'm testing that out. But yeah, I just came across it just randomly one day, just scrolling through CoinMarketCap. But ever since then, it's been an amazing blockchain, especially with the fast transactions and the low cost.
Nice.
Yeah, when I first started getting into what smart contracts could do, was playing around on the Ethereum network, like I think a lot of people started on, and I still do stuff over on the EVM compatible chains and whatnot. Somebody was telling me about Solana, kind of went and looked at it, and then Actually, it was Easy Bucko here who, I was invested in it. But then he was the one that was like, "Hey, go check out this NFT project, mint some." And having not minted anything off of a non-EVM chain, that had been my reality and expectation. And so I clicked the mint button and nothing happened. And I clicked it again and nothing happened. I clicked it again and nothing happened. I'm getting mad. I'm like, dude, these Solana guys, they don't know what the hell they're doing. It's not working. Clicked it again. Needless to say, 6 SOL later and 4 NFTs in like sub 15 seconds, I was like,
what the hell?
this is faster than my screen can refresh. Holy crap. And, started diving into it a little further. And, here we are with Pro League building over on it because, cost of transactions and speed of transactions is just, it's unmatched.
So I mean, I guess for people that will be listening, or at least maybe see the screen as well, what is Pro League GG? What made y'all start it? And I guess have y'all always been gamers? Because it got to be a gaming thing. When I guess how was it started?
Well, I've done some advising and stuff on other random things and helped some other small things like kind of build out some stuff. And someone introduced me to Easy Bucko, and he had this platform they were building out, and started diving into it. I used to do gaming. I don't. I do crypto now, so who has time for anything else?
For real.
But identified a pretty big problem in the esports world, and that was just a couple things, right? Like growing, it's getting huge, right? I mean, it's growing exponentially every year, and there's conversations about it going to the Olympics. Colleges are starting esports leagues, so we know it's going to this professional level, but it's still being treated in this very amateur way as a whole. And diving through a lot of what was happening in the professional esports world, and I use that term kind of loosely, what we found is like people weren't getting paid that were in some of these tournaments, or they were promised a payment and they weren't getting the amount they were, or they were not, or they would get paid, but it would take them 45, 90 days. And we were like, looking at this going, man, this doesn't make sense. Like, why is this like this? This is 2021. Like, we shouldn't be
Should be pretty quick.
having this issue, right? And so then the concept of Pro League and the ability to do that kind of came out, because the other side of things that we found was there are so many young talents in this that are being taken advantage of, right? They want to be pro so bad. And there was one, and all these contracts and the way these people are getting paid is all under these crazy NDAs, so it all has to be like leaked and stuff. Signed at 14, want to be so pro so bad. Parents didn't have the resources to look over contracts. He didn't have the resources to do it. They were taking it for 70%. 70, right? It's like that's just wrong, right? And it's like, so what can we do to kind of help that?
Is
And
that
then,
sorry to cut you off? Is that like for people that don't know? Is
go
that
ahead.
unfortunately like a regular thing overall? Like taking advantage of
It's
making the
happened.
money. Heard that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happens a lot. And then the other thing that like started coming out was like, what's the path to pro if you want to become a pro in esports? Right? If I want to become a pro in the NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, right? We all know what that path is, right? You start learning, you get a little better, you go to college, you get drafted, and you end up, right? Well, esports doesn't have anything like that, right? So Pro League is the stadium that you come to play in. It's the place that you're found. So you can get drafted onto a team here. Right? So you can start as just a streamer or just a tournament player and get drafted onto a team. We can pull your statistics, right? So people can look, and scouts can look and see how well you're doing, and then they can manage their team on the platform, right? Because there's no team management that exists right now. for this, right? It's all done through very fragmented manners, like with different emails and these crazy spreadsheets and all this other stuff. And then money is getting sent out with like Venmo and PayPal or wires or all of that. And it's like we have this blockchain technology that can automate a ton of this stuff. We can grab your statistics and then you can like take a look at, is someone getting better? At what rate are they getting better? And you can place a value on players. Then you can draft them into your team, into your guild to get better. One of the like really cool things though is that because it's blockchain, we also get to do some of the like really fun stuff, right? Like NFTs, right? And so we've got this Founders Edition NFT, and I'll probably talk about that in a second. But like, this is like one of the things that I really love about the platform. One of the cool things is a lot of us have played games before. We've done these like 1 in a million things, right? That you'll never get it again, or it only happens once, right? You know, the double backflip headshot through the window across the map, right?
Damn,
And you're telling
son.
your friends about it, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, right." Well, you can grab that now, and you've got it forever, right? So you can memorialize this thing that you've done, right? But now also like imagine, you start as this amateur and you finally get to a place where you're playing as pro, and maybe you're on the team with the guy that you wanted to be like, or you're playing against them. You can memorialize that, right? Like that's just one of those like really cool, neat little things that you can do. And if you're a streamer, we can tip you out on here. And like one of the really cool things is that because it's at blockchain speeds, that's how fast you can get paid. And so we've been having conversations with some partners to get cards. So you can get tipped out and paid at the speed of blockchain. And now you have an actual real job that you can get paid from, that you can pay your rent with, that you can go buy that bottle of water, right? Like how cool would it be, you're watching a streamer or you're the guy streaming and you're talking about being hungry, and someone just sends you money and you can immediately order your Uber with it, and then it shows up. Now you're also interacting with your audience, right?
Yeah.
At real time speeds. And that's not a thing you can do anywhere else.
So
One
like
of
the
the
platforms, like
yeah,
sorry to cut you off. I mean, I kind of know this
no.
because I do some of the streaming stuff like that. But like,
Hmm.
and correct me if I'm wrong, because I guess I haven't been on my gaming stuff in a minute because of good old crypto. But like, I mean, Twitch, YouTube, stuff like that. Like you just said, say hey, I'm hungry. You're like, hey, cool, bro, go. I'm feeling good. Here's
Here's
$100.
$10.
You know,
Yeah, whatever.
it's what? It's at least, I think it's at least 30, 45 days waiting just until that one is there. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that let alone is that could be exponentially, just like you said, on the essence of hoping a streamer build their brand or just build their audience, because it could
Hmm.
be someone like me watching, y'all playing a game and be like, damn, that's what's up. And then it shows that, I don't know, like, again, like you said, like as simple as a bottle of water or something like that, that's a pivot, you know what I mean, for some people. And that's can start a huge just moment in general for that particular person. So I guess with that, when it's super quick, is it gonna be paid out overall in Solana or like a USD, or is that still getting on the works on there? How would that payment happen,
We're still
if
we're
you
still
can
like
mention it?
determining exactly which one it wants to be, right? We're gonna have our own token, right? So in theory it could be in
Okay.
that as well, right? But you know, my goal and my concept is that, there's more than one currency option, you know, that you can get tipped out in, right? Like if you're gonna send this string straight to a Visa card or something like that, right? USDC or USDT or what's the new one, UXD or whatever it is, might be the way to go, right? And then it's just boom, it's there. You've got ready access to it, and now you're not waiting around that 30, 45 days for it to clear. It's already there. And that really does become a game changer when you think about, like you said, 30, 45 days. Like now people can make a living, almost right off the bat. They're not having to wait a month and a half bare minimum after they start to start seeing anything happen, right? Or to start seeing their bank account start to move so that they can make a career out of this. Because that's one of the big things that's kind of missing is how do you make a career out of this? How do you pay your rent? How do you get the new computer while doing this in real time? and not have to worry about the tournament organizer taking forever to pay when they can just click pay, and then you receive your payments for your tournament winnings at the speed of blockchain. Like, that is just a thing that doesn't exist right now. So the ability to do that, but one of the other things that esports is missing is a players association, right? Like, if we're going to take esports to the professional level that it deserves to be at, then we need to treat it like it is one.
Yeah.
And when you look at Major League Baseball and you look at the NFL and you look at the NBA, they've all got players associations that help to determine value, and they help to create like expectations for players and their contracts and what that is, right? Our opinion here is that the most valuable person in esports is the player, because who's playing, who are you watching, or how does esports exist without a player, right?
Yep.
Anybody can make tournaments, but the players are what we want to watch. The games are what we want to see. So we put that hands into the player and create that players association so that they can get paid for the value that they are actually bringing in and what they are actually worth, and take esports to that level where it is a professional and viewed as a professional sport, and we treat it as such.
Nice. With ProLeague.gg, are y'all, I guess, the platform for gamers in general, or are y'all kind of like, I guess, your own organization that way for it? I guess because I know you were saying beforehand, hey, you could be playing and see sponsors or get like picked up. So are y'all overall an organization, like the first blockchain organization, or is it just I guess you're the middleman where you can get the stats and then someone sees it that way?
We're the stadium that you play in, right? So you come here to play in it. Where the organization, processing, and financial system that you can get paid from, right? That's already pre-built into there. Right? We provide all of those services that are needed to become and make esports that professional organization that it needs to be on chain, right? We don't necessarily, we can host our own tournaments. You can make a tournament. We can do all of that, but the goal is to have the users building a lot of that stuff, right? And then us providing that catalyst, that place, that platform for them to do that, so we can take esports to a place where it is a professional organization, and people can go, oh, look, here's a players association. Look, here's these tournaments that were created. Who are they created by? Here's how they work. So and so got drafted. They started at Pro League. They're in this guild team on there, and they're working on those tournaments, right? At the end of the day, I want people to be able, and gamers and team managers and tournament organizers, to have the easiest, most streamlined way to set up everything they're doing, so that they can spend more time getting better as players. They can spend more time managing their teams, training up their players, instead of having to deal with the financial side of it, figure out this payment stuff, sending it out to everybody. And your tournament organizers can make sure that their tournaments are safe, that they're secure, and the players know they're going to get paid out in a reasonable amount of time. Right?
It releases
Yeah,
so
we
much
can
stress.
build those stuff, but yeah, to take that weight off them and provide that to them, that's the end goal, right? Is to be that side of things.
Uh,
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
I
You
would
gonna
just
add? Go ahead,
yeah, I
please.
was just gonna add like we were just gonna be the Web3 infrastructure for esports players, brands, and anyone involved in esports and gaming. So yeah, this platform would be like the all-in-one platform for gamers.
No, that's what I was gonna ask with the games. Is it like any game in general, or is it just like on chain stuff like that, or I guess on like the stats? Is it because I'm not too techy at all, but I guess are just getting like the API, that type of information. So if you're playing Counter Strike, you're like, hey, you got what I mean, 50% headshots, X, Y, and Z. You're gonna have that on the chain so people can see it. How I guess how are you gonna get that type of information with I mean, don't, I
Yeah.
guess, let secrets out,
So each person, gets to become their own profile on there, and that's how we manage that all on chain. And I think we can all figure out what kind of technology would do that. Yeah, I think
You're
ThugBirdz.
Gucci.
So you know what type of technology could do that. and it's there forever, right? And one of the cool things is, right? Oh, that verified by esports profile, that's a KYC profile, right? So you get caught cheating, right? And you get like a 30-day suspension. Guess what? That's on your resume forever. And
Nice.
we've KYC'd and verified you, so there's no denying that this thing happened,
So
right?
so say
And
if
there's
someone
no
is
hiding it.
cheating on that one, like you get a vac ban on the old school Steam days, you know what I mean? Say
Mm-hmm.
I'm where I'm playing something, you know what I mean, and pow, ban, vac ban, you know what I mean? Does paying out stuff like that, I guess how does that happen? Is a vac or not? I guess vac ban, but does the ban get stopped, or is it just like you said, it's a mark on there, and someone else might not want to pick you up? How would something like that work?
I mean, that's exactly it, right? Is I mean, when they go back and look at your resume, they go back and look at your games, right? That's there. That's a mark, and that's there forever. And our commissioner gets to make that decision on exactly what the overall penalties are, right? So, you know, it's just highly not recommended. And I mean, you shouldn't cheat anyways, but you know, when the other thing that we noticed was happening is you get like these super high level players jumping into these low level tournaments and just destroying people, right?
Yeah, I was reading that
Well,
on
if
y'all's
you're
medium, the Smurfing accounts and all.
yeah, with that KYC and verified human, that's not a thing that gets to happen here, right? We keep people at their level, right? That they're playing at, right? We know if somebody is trying to go there and rig the system out to get to go play against these players that are just starting in these lower level tournaments, right? And that's a hey, dude, you can't go do that, man. Like you can't just go start dominating everybody as a super pro that's trying to get their way up. You're at a higher level than them.
What's gonna stop? Because I'm thinking of I guess CS:GO when they had like all the different ranks stuff like that. And you I think mentioned it with the know your customer. I guess I forgot exactly the I guess acronym you used, but what's stopping someone from making a new account and boom, I'm fresh stats again.
I mean, we literally use the KYC process, the
Heard
know
that.
your customer process. So the process that you use to buy crypto,
You better have
right,
a whole nother
is
identity
the
and everything.
same process. The identity, the face, boom, 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 boom. And once you've got a profile there, that's your profile,
Heard that.
right? And then so you go, you're like, I'm gonna make another one. You try to do it, it's like, hey, you've already got a profile, it's right here. Right. So I mean,
That's
I
strong.
suppose if you were ingenious enough that you could get fake identities, then sure you could.
You know.
Right. And if you really wanted to go out there and get fake passports or fake driver's licenses so that you can go beat up on a bunch of kids playing esports, well, you know what? All right. That's just
That
you should
I was
probably
gonna
be
say y'all are
doing
that
something
good.
else. Yeah,
If
y'all
someone's
are
doing
that
that.
good. You should probably be doing something else. And we have grown to such a high level that we have to institute something else to manage that. But you know,
um, a question, I guess, because I mean, I was like looking at the website stuff like that with just like the leadership team, things like that. Um, I mean, I guess why are people backing y'all up for people that don't know anything in games? Because I know, um, I don't. I don't know you at all, but I know you humbly you were like, I've been in some stuff, so I'm assuming you've been in the industry for a long time. Like, are there? I guess why are industry people, if there are industry people, what are people coming on the team not for, but why are people backing y'all? You know what I mean? Is it just everyone's known each other? Everyone knows that esports is literally $1 billion and more, or like, do you know why some of the people are joining?
I mean, it's literally all of the above, right? Um, some of these people I've known in the past, um, and then some of them see the future of the project and the platform and what it can do. Right? There isn't a platform that exists like this, right? There's little tiny tidbits and lots of different little places, but there's a ton of stuff that we do that no one else does, and there's a lot of things that exist at this current stage of development. We've already completed the technical um, engineering for it, right? Like that's where we're at. We're at the point of, we were at the point of, all right, let's pick a blockchain, you know, and Solana was what made sense, and so we found it. And so the combination of the fact that esports is growing at the rate that it's going, the combination of the fact that this is a platform that brings esports into and provides that professional level to the industry is a thing that they're seeing, right? And then just the overall drive, right? I mean, both hours of sleep that I get a night are great. So
Um,
that's what really brings the backers.
no, I mean I like it. I mean, again, it's, I mean, I'm a gamer. I like, again, how one, I think I like things cool. It's gonna be every game in that aspect of it, but the little stuff of like the getting paid quick or seeing all the stats like that. Because I guess I'm gonna bring it up CS:GO because that's really the only one I was playing CS:GO stuff like that back when it was what, IRC, when you're going in there, 10-year stats, trying to do tryouts, stuff like that, where it makes it a lot more, I guess, easier and more, like you said, professional. Because yeah, I mean, until you, I guess, brought it up again and like talking about the Olympics, things like that, where you know it has to be structured right. Like you said, a lot of people probably don't know that people are getting screwed over. Like you did, the 70% on someone who's 14, probably kicking ass, doing everything else like that. You know what I mean? Just the knowledge on both sides. So I think that's awesome that y'all are trying to find um, the true grasp of it. You know what I mean? And trying to just change the game because
Well, it makes sense, right? Like, I mean, look at Major League Baseball, look at the NFL, look at the NHL. All of those statistics are done manually. Like, there's nothing to plug into to the NFL to go, he just threw 12 yards, right? Why are we not just plugging into APIs and grabbing all these statistics? And for the games that don't have APIs, we can build it. Some people have already built these games that don't have APIs or don't have APIs, already built them for them, right? And then you can plug in and you can grab all of this in real time. It makes no sense that it's 2022 and we're not already doing that. So since we can do that, it makes sense to use it if we're going to take esports to the next evolutionary level of being that professional thing, then you gotta act like it. You gotta be able to do what these other professional sports are doing.
no,
So
I agree
let's
with you.
take it there.
For people that are listening
And
in,
when we talk about the other, people that are backing, go ahead.
no, you're good, my bad. I got a little lag. I was just gonna say where can people, I guess, what's the best place to find y'all? Is it the Twitter? Is it the proleague.gg? Because y'all aren't out, I guess, live yet on that type of stuff. Is it correct? Or I guess, what's the
No,
process of someone listening and wanting to join?
no, we're live. It's on the Twitter account and our Discord links in our bio on our proleague.gg bio.
Heard
The
that.
platform is still ready to be
Oh,
built.
oh no, yeah, the platform's not live. No.
Do y'all have a date y'all can mention? If not, again, all good. I'm trying to get y'all in trouble, but um, when we going live, gents.
So we're gonna start out with our first whatever however you want to call it. We're gonna call it I like to call it the OG NFT, right? Like this is for those early supporters, those first people to come in, say I was in Pro League before it was cool. And it's our Founders Edition NFT. And so that's gonna be dropping come what are we shooting for easy right now? What is the
Mid-February.
latest
On Soul
numbers?
Analysis, it's February
Yeah.
18th.
Yeah, so just after Valentine's Day, right? So go enjoy your time with your girl, your guy, whatever, and then come on over and grab that. Um, because that Founders Edition, that OG, I was in Pro League before it was cool, is going to have NFT staking, which when the Pro tokens come out, you're just going to start earning Pro tokens, right? Or whatever the currency name we like. I like the name Pro tokens.
Still in the talks.
But that NFT also gives you access to like the alpha, right? The early platform stuff, right? As each iteration starts coming out, it gets better. It gives you that access, right? Test all those new features, test the games, right? And then any fees that exist on there, we discount you, right? And we give you that first priority access. Okay. And if we're doing airdrops, those are the people that get the airdrops first for anybody else, right? If we're going to have another release, those are the people that get whitelisted immediately, no questions asked, you know. And then when we start hosting our live events, right, the live tournaments and stuff, you get the VIP access. You're like, look, I'm an OG. I had the belief and I was there before this was cool. I got in when you did the ThugBirdz podcast and I saw you there. I started following, right? Give you that if you get in there. And so that comes just after, you get to have that champagne and chocolate with your girl. So
So
that'll come out, and then the next steps.
is that, I guess, the last day, or are I guess, like you said, or if people are listening to it right now, and I guess before the February part, if you get in before that, that's the testament, or is it already too late?
That'll be the day that mint happens,
Heard
right?
that.
That's the goal, right? Is that February 18th is when we'll do the mint. I like doing it on Valentine's Day, but you know,
Then be some
not
baby making that
everybody
day
wants
too.
to
You know
take
what I
their
mean?
Valentine's Day. Not everybody wants to take their Valentine's Day to mint NFTs, and I think some of our significant others would also have some questions about us, and I don't want to be the
Hell.
cause for the end of somebody's relationships.
Um, I guess the last couple questions, because we just hit it with the 30-minute mark. With you've kind of honestly only mentioned it as well. I guess kind of what do y'all want to be known for in the longevity? Just does it want to be like the first project for the esports, or just the wholesome all gamers come here and do it right, or like you said, the first?
I The biggest thing for me here is the path to pro and the ability to memorialize your stuff. I know it's not like the most epic or financial side of it, and there's lots of cool tech stuff that happens, right? But that path to pro is such a cool and amazing thing that doesn't exist right now. There's no, that just isn't there. Like, that's what I want to be. I want to be I started on Pro League.
Hell
My career as an esports professional started on Pro League. We play on Pro League because it's the best place to play. It's where you get found, and it's where the best tournaments are held. You know, and also I started there, and now I'm playing with the guy that I wanted to be. Like, that just to me just sounds like the epitome of like the dream of every 14-year-old that wants to become a professional esports athlete, right? Is that just I found a place that I could start, and I started as nothing but a streamer. I started as nothing but a standard tournament player, and now I'm a professional, and this is where I figured out and found the place to do it. And look, go look at my wallet, because that's where you can see all of the cool steps that I did along the way to get there. You can see the headshot that got me there. You can see the spell that I cast that got me noticed because I saved it. Right? Like, that's the really cool thing. The
Question
Player
on
Association is amazing.
on
Yeah,
that. Sorry
go
to
ahead.
cut you off. So are there? I guess like you said if you save it, like highlight stuff like that. Are things like that gonna be in the wallet? Because I was thinking, when you're saying stuff like that, like NBA Top Shots, where like you said, it could be one of those double headshots, something crazy like that, and it can, I guess, can the creator, can someone sell that on it, or is that just
You
honestly like a highlight?
you could. Yeah, you could. You could sell you could sell
Oh yeah.
that crazy headshot if you wanted, right? So if you got that 1 in a million headshot on like number one player in stats and you want to sell that, you absolutely could do that.
Strong. I like it. I guess the last question will go, not corporate, but the business one, and essence of, say players are listening to what we got, or no, not we. I'm not involved at all. What y'all got going on, and everything. Because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more esports stuff trying to go out there, everything like that. Why should a player come to ProLeague.gg?
Can I answer this one
Where else
or
are you
some of
going to
it?
get drafted? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I was just
go ahead.
gonna say, well, we're essentially gonna be the first esports and gaming platform to be funded by the community first. We're not accepting any VC or VC. We haven't accepted any VC funding or private funding initially. So with that being said, we're going to be making I guess what kind of history, being the first platform with that. We're not going to have any private or seed investors initially on our tokenomics either. So our tokenomics is going to be heavily for the community.
Nice. No, I'm actually super interested in and I guess bullish on y'all, because honestly I didn't know if y'all were the first one in general. Like I know in Solana I'm pretty sure, but like in general, but like that shit is, it's strong, bro. Just coming from a gamer wise, because even beforehand I was talking to my buddy, because you know again I know the streamers, stuff like that, where you get donated $1,000, that you might need that $1,000 in 5 days, and it's not all I guess about the money, things like that, but just the things like that, and even have the opportunity to, you know what I mean, make your gaming experience, like you said, like an actual job that can be done. And then even on the gamer side, because I remember back in the day, you know, Callo, you know, Callum, you know, the ESCA day, stuff like that, when it's a grind, and it's a fun grind. But like you said, you know, to be somewhere and then you be sitting right next to the person that you've been wanting to game with is probably a feeling that'd be astronomical. And then on y'all's end, just being able to make that happen is, I mean, of course, that's what any successful business is helping others, and like it's genuine. It seems like it's actually from y'all, you know. So I'm excited, and even the little stuff, honestly, like with y'all all having the pictures, or most people having the pictures, you know, just having the thing, because it's a $1 billion industry, you know what I mean. So it's a little bit more comfortable when people can see faces, and again, sometimes people are not, whatever on that, but I'm excited to see what's going on, because I think y'all got a very strong thing going, and I think y'all already know that as well. But I'm hyped for y'all. I guess the kind of last kind of stuff on here, because again I don't want to keep it on too long. Are there any points we haven't really talked about so far that y'all are super bullish on, that y'all can mention as of right now, or I guess anything y'all want y'all's community to know as of right now?
I mean, right after the NFT sale, we're gonna go probably straight IDO for our customers, so we can mention that, and we're gonna be releasing, you know, the white paper here pretty soon. We're waiting on the design team and to upload the MVP roadmap as well as the tokenomics. So we'll be releasing that here pretty shortly, within this month.
Nice, heard that, and get in before the 18th, you said, correct? I know you said before Valentine's Day, but
yeah,
okay.
there's gonna be 5,500 NFTs. 500 of them is gonna be going to the Pro League Treasury for like partnerships and, you know, community stuff that we do in the future. And then there's gonna be 5,000 for public mint, and we're gonna keep it at a reasonable price at 1 SOL.
Nice. Okay, I was gonna ask that beforehand. No, strong on that one. And I guess do people have to be in the Discord, or is there, I guess, anything like that, or I guess as long as you're.
I would say, I mean, I do all the announcements in Discord first, and then I post them on Twitter. I just like to reward all the people that's in Discord first.
Heard that. So if anyone's listening, make sure to follow them on Twitter, and then hop in that Discord 100%. I guess any other last kind of points or anything like that you want to mention, anything like that?
No, we do have a Twitter space tomorrow with Jungle Cats, I believe. So that should be fun and interesting. But no, I really appreciate you having us on, and yeah, we just aim to be the next platform, next Web3 social gaming platform for anyone to come and play.
Awesome. Like I said, I'm excited. So if you don't mind, stick around for a quick second. I'm gonna kind of end it like I did starting it, but realistically, thank you both for coming on, and again, taking some time out of y'all's evening and just share what y'all have going on. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what time it is. It is episode, let's get it, 55 with Pro League GG. If you are not already, go ahead and follow them on Twitter. Go ahead and sign up before the 18th as well. And they're going places. I got a feeling. Till next time, y'all, stay fresh, stay clean, stay positive, and as always, caw-caw!